the land of the mysterious Bashkir tribe, a place overflowing with milk and honey. This was where Pahom arrived in search of excellent land. The chief of the tribe welcomed Pahom, and he threw out a peculiar offer. 1,000 rubles, all the land you walk around in a day, I will give to you for that 1,000 rubles. There was only one condition. You must return to the starting point before the sun sets. If you are late, you will lose both the money and the land. The next day at dawn, as soon as the sun rose, Pahom began to walk. At first, he was leisurely. This is enough. Let's go back now. But then he saw more fertile land ahead. He saw wetlands. Behind them, he saw a magnificent forest. Just to there, just one more turn to that spot. He was no longer walking, he was running. When Pahom came to his senses, the sun had already begun to set, and the distance back was still far away. He ran like a madman. His heart felt like it was going to burst, but he could not stop. Far away, he saw the starting point on the hill. The sun was hanging on the horizon, burning red. Pahom collapsed. He crawled up the hill. The moment the sun slipped below the horizon, he touched the starting point with his hand and collapsed. All that land became Pahom's, but he could not get up. Vomiting blood from his mouth, he died right there. His servant picked up a spade. He dug a grave to bury Pahom. The length was exactly 6 feet. Tolstoy, the author of this story, ended it like this. In the end, the land he needed was exactly that much. Great goals, a brilliant dream that will come true someday. When you imagine that, Pahom starts running in your head. You know it. You know you must stop imagining and move on to execution. But you cannot stop. Perfect conditions detached from reality, meticulous plans that cannot fail, and the reward when the dream comes true. Passing through that long road of imagination, when you finally stand at the starting point where you must move to reality, Pahom is dead. And you did nothing. Why do you imagine perfect plans? Because you are a mastermind? No. Because it gives you dopamine. It gives you a fake sense of accomplishment, as if you have already achieved that great plan. Buddhist scriptures say there are 4 choices in life. Sweet now, painful later. Painful now, comfortable later. Painful now and painful later. Comfortable both now and later. Drunk on the perfect imagination unfolding in your head, you think you have chosen number 2, enduring for the future. However, perfectionism without execution is clearly number 1. You make a plan, and you imagine the massive reward when that plan is executed. At that moment, the brain falls into a breathtaking illusion. Pleasure pours out as if you have already done the work. Psychologists call it the planning fallacy. Underestimating the costs and overestimating the payoff. It is a drug-like state where the brain optimistically simulates the future, making you forget the pain of the present. Planning without execution is not work. To put it harshly, it is like masturbation. Because other than a moment of pleasure, it creates absolutely nothing. Why can we not stop thinking? Why are we compelled to go the distance, just like Pahom? It is not because you are meticulous. It is not because you are an uncompromising artist with high standards. You are just too afraid to face the failed you. You lack the courage to expose yourself to reality, to confront who you truly are, and what flaws you possess within it. Human beings are inherently free. We must choose at every moment and bear the weight of those consequences. But to you, that freedom is heavy and terrifying, so you deceive yourself. I have no choice. This is just who I am. You deny your own freedom and hide behind the guise of an object or a role. Jean-Paul Sartre called this bad faith. It is a false belief that deceives oneself. Self-deception. That phrase you repeat like a mantra. I am a perfectionist, so I need to prepare. You are not pursuing perfection. You are merely hiding behind the role of the person who prepares. You are dodging the terror of freedom that must be shouldered by the person who executes and gets judged. Planning, organizing, and researching share a common trait. They are actions that do not fail. They are safe. You do not have to feel shame, because during that time, you can remain in a state of possibility that has not yet failed. The satisfaction of having crafted a perfect plan all night acts as an anesthetic against the pain of reality, becoming yet another drug to delay execution. Even geniuses, acknowledged by everyone, fall into this trap. Leonardo da Vinci. He was the most creative human in history, but he left countless works unfinished. His notes were overflowing with ideas, but what came out to the world was only a tiny fraction. The obsession with perfection tied the hands and feet of even a recognized genius. It doesn't matter who you are. Perfectionism is not armor that protects you. It is merely a ward that anesthetizes you. I have a secret I want to tell you. Perfection is just a word. Look at nature. There are no straight lines in nature. There are no perfect circles in nature either. No tree grows in a straight line. Even the earth you stand on is not a perfect sphere. In nature, there are only curves, irregularities, and chaos. Perfection is not natural. It is a mathematical concept that exists only in the human mind. Everything alive is full of flaws. That is why they make mistakes and they change. So why are you looking for perfection? This is the last story. In Buddhism, there's a trap, viewing the non-essential. Looking everywhere except at the essence. You are not looking at the work. You are looking at the cool me working, the me who pulled it off perfectly. Just like the mythical figure Narcissus, who fell in love with his own reflection in the water and eventually drowned. Kill that perfect you inside your head. It is an illusion. What you need to see is reality. Face your true self, shabby and embarrassing as it may be. And fail. Celebrate that failure. Start now. That work that only existed in your head.
Of the Saturn V, we have liftoff.